Okay, so we took a week off. This session, you guys have made it to just outside of the Dark Duchess. I believe you held probably about a half hour away, far enough. You are sitting at about 9 o'clock in the evening on day 18. Uh, the long journey has been fairly uneventful, save from some snow flurries. About the time it hit afternoon, we're talking like 3, 4, or 5 o'clock. Your window of sun went down. It got extremely dark. Coupled onto that, the fact that further up in front of you is the floating ice shelf. No civilization out there, so to speak. So you're trudging through the tundra, your dark vision turning dim light into bright light. You are able to see the outline of a ship that looks like it's caught in a flow of ice. It seems to be pretty solid. What do you guys do?
Proceed with
Uh,
caution.
do we have the can we get the map up?
Yeah, absolutely. And let me hit the reset on that. You guys might need to hit the refresh button.
Yep. There we go. Boom. Okay, so this is where we're going to kill someone, right?
Hopefully, we
All
can
right.
find the murderer. I can't remember his name.
So you guys are more familiar with this whole the background because you've been here before, right?
No, no, this is the first time we've ever been here.
We
We
just
just
know
know
this.
that there was a murderer that came this way. Um, Chauncey and Vernon had were chasing him. Stopped him in the middle of his last, or before he was able to kill his last kill,
Okay.
and
All right.
um, he escaped this way. And we were gonna come up here, but we ended up getting sidetracked doing a bunch of other shit.
Can I check
And
for
then
tracks or signs of life?
Go ahead and give me what is that, survival, and because of the light, we're gonna go with disadvantage.
Even with my ungodly levels of dark vision.
It won't be that difficult for you, but yes.
Okay. Boom. Oh, burn.
You can definitely tell that there's been some activity. It looks like something with big footprints has crawled up the side, because as you're looking a little bit closer, you notice that the deck of the Dark Duchess, try saying that 3 times fast, is located about 10 feet up, and it looks like there's something that has scraped along the side and gotten up. It's significantly bigger than your body print would have given off. Gon's pretty big and impressive.
Yeah.
just not
Okay.
downstairs.
So something bigger than me. That's great. I love that. Um, let's see. I am
What
going to
what do you see, Gon?
I'm gonna, so exposition. Hey guys, check out these tracks. They're relatively fresh considering the snowfall. And they lead right up there. And this thing's big. Definitely carrying some weight. But on the plus side, I only see the one set of tracks. So theoretically, that means one target. What do you guys want me to do? We
Kill
can
us
go
though
take
we
a
should.
look.
We should investigate, but I feel like we need to be very quiet about this.
Oh, I can be quiet.
SAS
Um,
Chauncey.
all right.
Alright. Over on the
I'm
left side of
gonna.
the page, I'm going to start dropping you guys in so that way we can utilize some of that.
Map action.
All right. I'll go first.
So, quick question. Vernon, what where is his fizz and her fizz?
Back. I guess this is where we kind of would probably have left them there at the campsite. I don't know.
So you guys made a
It's my.
campsite that was about an hour out and you've been traveling this far in on foot?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I mean I think we can get relatively close. Then we just gotta secure the animals like we usually do. I can
Okay.
build a little shelter for them.
So as a consensus, how far away from the ship are the animals? And is Steely in the backpack configuration or out as a
Yep.
steel defender?
Backpack.
Okay.
Um, Provided we have like kind of a place we can hide them. Don't know what the terrain's looking like, but behind a rock or outcropping, something along those lines. As close as we can get and
We'll say
stay
you were able to
unseen.
make one about 100 yards away. You were able to find like an outcropping, something that would resemble some version of uh, a place to hide and stay safe.
Word. Yeah.
Well, let's do that then.
And whenever you guys are ready, I'll sneak up there and take a look around, make sure it's safe, and if it is, I'll hoot like an owl bear twice.
Oh, I'm ready for those for a long time.
So you guys see where you're at on the left
Yep.
side?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
So Gon's going first.
Yep.
You pulling yourself up the 10 feet to get onto the first part of the deck?
Yeah, I'm basically going to leap up, grab the edge, and do a muscle up
Alright.
stealthily.
As stealthily as you can, you leap up, grab the edge. What you're greeted to is a large hole in the middle of the ship that looks like it leads down into a lower level. Up at the fore end, there looks to be. I think it's just easier if I go ahead and read this out. The wooden boards on the main ship are cracked from frost. Heavy holes in the deck expose part of the hole to the sky, and the planks around the hole are marred with deep grooves as if heavy claws had dug into them. On the fore end, deep grooves have been gouged into the deck of the forecastle. The railing on the port side of the vessel is broken slightly and bowed, as if an immense weight had been resting on top of it. And then it looks like up towards the back there is a frozen captain's wheel. This
Okay.
does look peculiar. You don't know of any siege weapons or anything like that that could have caused this type of hole. You don't know if it could be from animal, vegetable, mineral, magic, something like that. If you want to look at giving a like a nature check or perception check or whatever you want to roll, I'll flavor it off of that.
Okay, cool. As an aside, I'm going to is there any place super dark near me? Just want to kind of like blend into the disappear into the shadows real quick while I kind of check everything out.
Thanks to Oral's everlasting rhyme, this whole place is pretty much dark.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
intents and
so
purposes, your Gloomstalker stuff is effective.
awesome. Um, okay, let's go with uh um I guess nature or perception.
All right,
Perception.
go ahead and give me that roll. You can definitely tell that an enormous creature did that damage. It looks like it ripped open the part of the forecast, or the part of the deck with the grating. It's very obvious, and as you're kind of looking at it, you hear some grunting as well as some banging against downstairs further back. Ooh, you know what I can do? I can add a little bit more to that. The Dock Duchess. So we are looking at pretty much gone being right there. And it sounds like below in the hold, back there, there's banging and grunting. And it sounds like knives being run across uh, aged timber.
Okay. I am going to check for well, I'm gonna check for any traps, anything like that. Alternate routes in. Looks like those stairs. That's about it.
You got the stairs, and then the other one looks like through the cargo hold, that large opening, it drops down in there. It's pretty dark. You'd have to get a little bit closer to make out any finer details, but it looks like large amounts of snow and ice have collected. And it looks like there used to be two rowboats, but one of them has been moved somewhere.
Okay. Um, right. I'm going to stealthily drop down the side of the ship and move back to where everybody's at and give a description. I'm going to draw it in the snow with my sword just to let them know what it looks like and say, all right, something's in there, something big hiding towards the ass end. He probably doesn't know bow and stern and stuff.
Oh, it's up to you.
Um, no, Gon doesn't like water. Orcs can't swim.
Oh, I thought it meant bath time.
That too. Um, what what exactly are we hoping to get out of this? Was there, I don't know, is there something in there we're trying to save or
If we
equipment
can
or
if we can kill the murderer, that would be the best bet, but I don't know if he's even here.
well, there's something in there. And I have a strong feeling that whatever's in there is highly capable of murder.
It
So
sounds
what?
like you want to go fight it.
Yeah, well, it's a big monster. Of course, I want to go fight it. Um, so we have two options. Uh, I'm thinking we can either set a trap and lure it out, or I can just go in there and hit it really hard.
Yeah, I was just about to ask them a question. He dropped out. Oh, he's back.
And he's back. Might as well hit him up now that you can.
Sam, what do you think? Do you think it's worth it?
I don't know if Matt can hear us.
Matt,
Yeah.
I was asking you a question.
Oh, think it's worth it to go check out what this thing is, or you think your
Yeah.
murderer's here?
I mean, he was not a big ass bear or anything like that, but I mean, it is a murderous beast is what it sounds like.
Uh, uh, so there are stairs that go down into the hole.
Yeah, once you get on the deck, which is about 10 feet from where you guys are at, there's a hole that drops down into the middle of it, and then in between the mid mast and then where the captain's quarters would be, there is a set of stairs that lead down further into the hold.
Are they fairly wide stairs, or are they pretty narrow, like what's typical on a ship?
One person can easily navigate them, two people would have to like squeeze by each other.
So I think this thing is trapped in there.
I don't think it's trapped at all. Because that hole, I think it can get out of. I think that's its way in and out. There's claw marks on the side of it. So it definitely climbs out of there.
Okay.
And these are some impressive claw marks too. I haven't really seen anything similar. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it's deep.
And it's
Raven?
big. Uh, I think if your murderer was here, he's been taken care of. Are there any tracks leading away from the ship?
Probably not. It's been multiple days and storms have been
The
hit the
tracks that I
area.
saw leading in here were recent, and it's only the one set.
To get a accurate accounting of time, for Vernon it has been 15 days since he last laid eyes on Sefik, and God, I think a couple days after that, so we'll go with like 12 days since he used the mirror to glean like where his position was, and it was in fact near the Dark Duchess. But that was more than a 10-day ago.
That was like last week, like 10 days ago that happened.
Hanging out waiting for somebody for a really long. No reason to believe he's even here.
True. And we have to travel to meet her tomorrow morning. And how many hours should we come up with that it is away? It's like 6 hours, 5 hours away, something like that.
I'll put us on that part of the map.
I think if I remember correctly, we'd have 6 hours to spare.
Yeah, we have 6 hours to spare, but I was like 5 just to make sure that we're there.
So we're calling it 60, so yeah, I'll say that's about a 6-hour leg of a journey.
Well, I say, if there's no sign of this guy being here, there's no reason to expect him to be here. If we have time, if we come back through the area, we can, if we're curious, we can see what the hell's down in that hole.
I mean, we have time right now.
Yeah.
We've got 12 hours, roughly.
Since we're here, we could just go check it out. Just go as a group, not split up or anything.
At least
Because whatever it is big, it's going to take all of us to take it down.
Maybe.
I think you're right. That is probably the way that we're gonna have to go.
And the tracks that are not from the creature, but from the person we're tracking, they're going into that hole?
No,
Okay.
it's the creature. I don't
Well,
even know where
if
Sefik is.
If we want XP, we go. If we don't want XP, we don't.
I kind of
I
like
don't
X.
understand what you're saying.
I like XP. I say we go.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I wouldn't mind fighting this thing too.
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you perfectly fine. I was just talking as my character, not
I
understanding
hear
what the
you.
fuck XP is.
All right.
I got
I have
you.
I have a plan.
To test our metal against this beast.
Oh shit. Gon's got a plan. We're about to
think we
blow
should.
something up.
I like
So-
blowing things up.
Plan A. All right. If you guys get in position, let's see. Wait, how do I do the? Oh. Wait, no.
As you're hearing this, towards the back, you hear some yips and some startled noises, and the banging noise grows a little bit louder.
Think it heard us?
Yeah, everybody can, since you're close enough to it.
Okay.
About to be taken away from us.
Do you think that might be an owl bear?
Mm.
Does that
I'm about to
sound like
find
an
out.
owl bear to you? I'm asking the ranger.
Does it sound like an owlbear to me?
Give
I
me
don't
a
know.
nature.
Does it?
Oh, that's definitely an owl bear, guys.
This is not my day.
It's definitely not an owlbear. It sounded like a smaller creature pleading for its life, but what languages does Khan speak?
Common, Elvish, Goblin, and Orc.
Nothing akin to those.
Gnomish, Draconic, Common,
Hey, there's
Abyssal, and Orc.
there's something else in there with it, and it's asking for help.
Yeah, let's go help.
I'm going
It
in.
could be it could be one of its babies asking for food.
You did hear, Jay, since Vernon does speak Draconic, you heard, "Shit, I think it's breaking through. We need to hide. Get your javelins ready." That's what Vernon heard. Everybody else heard the startled sounds of small humanoids.
Okay.
Wait,
So, hey-
wait. You said in Draconic?
Yep.
Raven heard it as well.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
Gon's running over to the side of the ship and muscle up into the onto the deck.
I'm gonna follow him.
All
Here we
right.
go. Ah, we must move. Let's be quick about it.
So, kind of what I was thinking. If you guys post up, I can lure it out, and you can unload on it.
Does this thing have a mast?
Yes, but it seems like everything's pretty much there's a thick sheet of ice on everything.
Oh, okay.
To include in front of what looks like the captain's quarters, has enough ice on the front of it that you couldn't necessarily open the door. You'd probably have to chip at it in order to gain entry.
Can we
Well,
get up?
Is there a brazier up
I
here
see a Gonway.
on deck? There should be a brazier, right?
How deep is that? How far down is that next
Hold
deck?
on 1 second. Let me check this real quick. There's a brazier on deck, right?
Sure, why not?
Something that would carry a fire, that they'd have on deck. I would like to cast create bonfire.
Okay.
With Chauncey, and we can use that to help get with the distraction. We can even toss it down there. You know, toss sticks or some shit down there.
brazier would be pretty securely attached to the deck of the ship.
So, as the brazier lights up, you notice that the wood there is so wet and decrepit that it's having a hard time keeping a flame on it. If Chauncey wants the bonfire to continue, he's going to have to concentrate on it.
Well, it is a concentration spell, so that's totally fine with me. He's gonna concentrate on it so that way he can try to, I guess, heat up the captain's door area.
We'll say that the brazier is. Ooh, come on, stickers. Say that the brazier's right there on the side.
Okay. Is there a way to move it? To by the door over here?
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Alright, so as you start to move it, it starts to make noise as it's sliding across the deck. You
Good.
hear the banging below has stopped, and you hear grunts and low murmurs as now you're hearing slow plodding footsteps underneath as you're hearing the timbers of the ship starting to shift and creak from downstairs in the cargo hold.
How low is this deck? This next deck down?
10 feet, you could drop down without taking any damage.
All right. Hey guys, I'm going in. And I'm gonna draw 2 daggers. And I'm gonna superhero landing that shit.
Alright, where are you dropping in through?
How far out can I get?
Well, drop yourself in where the deck where you're dropping down, and I'll put you down in the hold below it.
So I'm gonna try to leap towards the end to give myself a little bit of distance. So
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna try
could
to
go around.
get some distance as well. No, I mean,
I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration before he goes down there.
that's where I'm trying to get.
He's trying to get away. He smacks him on the ass. You got this, buddy.
Gone, you have jumped down.
Got this, boo.
It takes a second for your eyes to adjust, but as you look through, you see a large furred creature, sharp ears, long, elongated teeth, a little bit of drool. As it exhales, vapor coalesces into small little snow droplets. An initiative.
Got a 16 for Chauncey. I don't know if it rolled it.
What
for
the
you.
fuck?
You see it.
16.
Could you roll for me as well, somebody?
E2, please.
I don't care who does. DM, you can if you'd like. Make it easier.
Man, Gon is
Sure.
not rolling well tonight. I'm not liking where this is going.
Hold on just a second.
Vernon got a 12. So, 16.
Hey, can I use my bardic inspiration on my initiative?
Sure, I'll let you roll something to add it. 23 and
Actually, nah, I'll save it. Fuck it. I go and I go.
23, 11. Gone got a 6. Vernon, what did you get? 12.
Vernon got a 12. Chauncey got a 16.
All right. Thame is first with a 23, then Chauncey, then Vernon, then Raven, then the Ice Beast, and then last but not least, it's gone.
It's gone. What's gone?
That
Sorry,
never gets
bad
old.
joke. Bad joke, guys.
Alright, Thame, it is your go. You are on the top deck with Raven as Chauncey and Vernon had moved the Breezer over. What would you like to do? Can you hear me, Matt?
Oh, I'm going first?
Yep.
Okay,
Your turn.
I'm gonna do a animated performance on my Great Axe and have it drop down there with God.
Alright. Let me see if I can find that.
If I remember correctly, it has a +6 to hit.
Alright, I put it in there as
That's,
the
1d8.
animated halberd.
The dancing item.
Yep. You animate it, it drops down next to Gone.
Does it have enough movement to engage?
What's its movement? 30?
It's 30 feet.
Alright.
Actually, I think 40 feet.
Well, we'll say with 40 feet, yeah, I can make it.
Okay. And does this thing look threatening at all? Or?
Yes.
To a animated weapon, yeah, it looks like it would it would very much so be a threat.
Walk up and smack it. Or have the dancing item walk up and smack it.
Alright. Walks up to it. Do you need me to roll your attack for it?
Yes, please. I believe it's a +6 to hit. It's either +6 or +7. Okay. And I believe it's 1d8 +4 force damage if it hits.
So its speed is 30 feet, so it still made it over with that.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, I just verified that its speed is in fact 30 feet, and now I'm looking at hit 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus. Okay, your spell attack modifier is a +6, so let's do that. That is a 12 plus 6 is an 18. Let me double check this thing.
And
yes,
if,
that is gonna make it.
Nice. So if this thing tries to move away from the dancing item, it takes a -10 to its movement speed.
Gotcha. And then, let's see, it's a d10 plus your proficiency bonus.
Do we want cookies tonight? I could stop and get cookies.
I like cookies.
Fuck yeah, let's get some cookies, bro.
Definitely want some cookies, yeah.
That is 10 damage. Alright, it took that 10 damage.
Woohoo!
Does not seem
Damn,
to be
that's good damage.
phased. And Gon, you can already see that the slash that the animating battle axe did is starting to close up just ever so slightly.
Bro,
Okay.
Is that your turn?
this thing likes. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Next up is Chauncey, then Vernon.
All right. So Chauncey is going to, with his bonus action, I'm going to use elemental gift of flight. For the next 10 minutes, he can fly or hover. He has 3 of those. Let me measure this. Make sure. 10, 20. So you can make it to the edge over here. And drop down. It would be right here.
Sure, that looks legit.
And we'll fire a firebolt at it.
All right.
And his DC is 6, so I'll just...
I'm giving him about half cover because of the stairs, so his AC just goes up by 2. That accounts for the animated halberd and the stairs, so it's going to be an 18 to hit him.
18?
Correct.
All right. 17.
So close.
Would have been nice 9 damage. Pretty sure that's it.
That's it? Alright, now
Yep.
it is Vernon's turn.
Vernon is going to... Do these stairs go down right in front of me?
They do.
I'll be back.
So can I see him? Can I see him technically? Like,
So from where you're at, I would say there's like
Right
3/4 cover. So he'll have a plus
Yeah,
5
no,
to his AC.
I was just curious if I could still see him at all.
Yep, you can still see him.
Awesome, because what I'm gonna do is I'd like to jump down on top of him. Well, jump down and stab him with my
Trident.
my trident. Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and make that attack. If you jump down, it's just going to be a straight up 16. You bypassed all the
Yep.
stuff.
That is not what I was trying to do, but it's nice damage if it happens. Oh, that was a 16 on nuts.
There you go. So 12
You wanna-
points.
12 points of damage. For the first one. And then the second one is a big whiff.
You already noticed that the pokes that you put in with your trident are already starting to heal up.
Damn it.
He likes the gold.
Yeah, we need to, like, I don't know if my character would know acid and fire on trolls or not. If that's a...
So here's the way that I look at it.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
You decide what your character knows, and I'll let you know if that's an egregious overreach of meta knowledge. Because the idea that you've never ever heard about trolls in your entire life and you're a level 7 adventurer just seems
I feel like I would
preposterous to me. Like,
I might know it.
I've never seen a platypus, but I know that it is a duck-billed egg-laying mammal that is also venomous.
Yeah. Well, only one side of the species, male, actually.
See? So we would know some of these things.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
that your
so there
turn?
you go. Get some acid or fire on this motherfucker. He's healing. That's and as my bonus action, uh, attack. Attack him. That's what I tell him. Tell my steel defender.
Okay. So your steel defender is going to need to go from backpack mode into your mode, which is
Oh, then just defense then. Just defense. Straight up defense.
gotcha. All right, if that's your turn, next up is Raven.
All right. Can I get in a spot where I can see the beast from up above?
You can. Vernon is in between you and it.
Do I think I could hit the creature if I shot it?
It has 3/4 cover, so it would have a +5 to its AC. So you'd have to hit a 21 or above to hit it. If you hit 16 to 20, you
I'll go
hit
ahead.
Vernon.
I'll go ahead and just drop down, and then step off to the side as farthest away I can and shoot.
All right. So it's still got 3/4 cover, just because it's got the stairs and then it's got the animated halberd and then Vernon.
Anywhere I can shoot and not get and not have cover, that's what I'm going for.
I mean, you'd probably be able to move like over here. That's my assumption.
I can't see it.
No, I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, you'd have to move closer.
Yeah.
I'm saying like right about.
Whatever you think.
Yeah,
Go
right
ahead and
about
move
there
me
would give you a good part.
Okay. Let's do that.
But you're 10 feet away from it, just so you know.
That's okay. Whatever.
All right. I was just trying to help you out.
I appreciate it. I'll take a couple
And
shots.
not get shot in the back. I'm sorry. That happens way too much with me.
You taking your shot?
Yeah, can you take 2 of them for me?
Yes.
Do you have a hunter's mark, or is that Logan?
I don't yet, no.
Both
Oh,
of them
okay.
are a hit.
Nice.
Nice, man.
For a 7 and 10, total of 17.
Is it,
No, I appreciate it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, gotcha. It is the ice troll's turn. At the start of its turn, I need Raven, Vernon, and the animated halberd to go ahead and give me actually, never mind that. It's just something automatic that happens. 9 points of cold damage. So Vernon, yours is reduced to half, so you'll take 4. Raven takes 9, and the animated halberd takes 9.
okay. I think I can do this. I just want to double check this real quick.
Oh, no,
Yes.
that's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will use my reaction, and I will do Gift of the Gem Dragon, Telekinetic Reprisal. He needs to make a 15 strength savings throw.
That is a 6, so he failed.
He fails, so he takes all of that 5 damage.
Gotcha. So this first claw is going to be at disadvantage against Vernon. So that's an 11 because Steely used his defense thing. So this one means that it's natural. That's going to be a 21. That's going to hit.
Thank you.
And then a bite also for 17. Vernon, what's your AC?
On nuts.
All right.
Can I do a silvery
Oh.
barbs as a reaction?
On the first one that hit?
No, on the bite.
On the bite? Yeah.
Yeah, the first one didn't hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then I
But the
would.
second one would have hit, right?
So
Yes, they
that's
would've.
a 16 on the bite. So the bite I guess
Yes.
does not hit. All right. So
Hey, very
that is
awesome,
going
man.
to
Thank you.
be 12 points of slashing damage and 8 points of cold, which is going to reduce down to you for 4. So that's a total of 16 points of
16.
damage.
Awesome.
All right, that's all
$8.
their turns. Now it is Gon's turn.
All right. I am going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark,
All right.
and I am going to got my daggers. I'm going to huck one of them at him.
All right, it's gonna have.
You're gonna have to move, man. You're gonna have to move first.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
It's gonna miss. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
All right.
It's a D4 or D6.
I think it's D8s by now, is what we've established. And
It is.
it's gonna be. Well, 20's gonna hit because it's got half cover because of the halberd. So you're good. That dagger did its work.
All right. That is 5. Plus 1. Plus. Where is it? Plus 6 psychic for my dreadful strike.
Gotcha.
Okay. I am now going to hit it again. I am going to, because I have mastery on my daggers, I am going to use the Nick mastery item, which allows me to use the other light weapon as basically an additional action.
All right.
Like, that is my understanding of Nick. Is that correct?
I'm not gonna argue it right now. It seems kind of stupid over a ice troll. I don't pay this dude's salary, so.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it was good. I'm gonna toss that, but we'll ignore the +7. So that is a 9. So that is nothing.
It does move past him and sticks in the door. You hear a couple little yips coming from that direction.
Okay. And I guess I am going to use my remaining action to well, it's an extra attack. But I just need to draw my greatsword.
Okay.
And I'm going to move here. And that is my turn. That is my yeah, that's mine.
All right. Round 2, top of the turn order. Thame, you are up. Matt, it is your go.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire to D14 deck save.
All right. So that means that Vernon, the halberd. What's the area on Fairy Fire? I'll check that really quick since you're indisposed.
20 feet, I believe.
I have that as well.
Yeah, that
and
affects
it
everybody.
It's
is
a 20-foot.
objects in 20 feet in range of outline.
Can I enter it so it doesn't? It only hits the troll.
I think you can do it where you could hit just the animated object and the troll. If you put it like all the way in the fucking corner.
All right, I'm
Man.
gonna have the dancing object back up and disengage.
So unfortunately, even if you targeted like the most outer portion, it would not take effect on the troll. Jay is correct, but when he said that like you could get the troll and the animated halberd in it if you cast it in like a different area.
Yeah, I want to try to get just the troll in it. So I would, if I could, I'd have the dancing object disengage and back up.
All right, so that happens after your turn. Order operations? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I would hold my action to cast Fairy Fire as soon as the dancing object's out of the way.
Okay. And then I take it you end your turn and the halberd moves back, you cast Fairy Fire? Or is there anything else that you'd like to do?
I have a bonus action left. That's it. Oh, at the moment, nothing.
Alright, so that's a 5, so he has got Fairy Fire on him. He is going to go ahead and take that attack of opportunity on your...
Even though it disengaged?
No, he said disengage.
Oh, my bad. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, the halberd disengaged. How far back did it move?
About 10 feet.
Alright. Good to go on that. So it is caught up in the Fairy Fire.
So that means all attacks against it will be at advantage.
Yes.
And that's your turn, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, next up is Chauncey.
Does this troll have any jewelry, like metal jewelry or anything?
No, it does not.
You know how some trolls have a nose ring or something like that. That's what I was asking. Damn. All right. Chauncey will.
Are the arrowheads made out of metal?
Slide behind here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So that way he can huck a firebolt at him and duck down.
Gotcha. It'll be a 16.
All right. 16. 26. That is a critical
Nice.
for a total of 16 and 6. I will actually, because I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me just make sure. Okay.
I can't, but just give me the total damage.
All right, there you go. 16 plus 6.
22.
22.
Alright, it definitely looks like it's bloodied. That hit was
Uh,
huge.
Then with the rest, that's the rest of this turn.
Alright, that means that Vernon is up next.
Oh, and I didn't even do that at advantage, but it was a critical. So it didn't matter. I'm gonna straight up stab this mofo in the face. That's my plan. And if somebody else could heal me, that would be great. Just since I'm in his face. Oh, that's a 19. Let me see what, just off on the die. Let's see what the second one was. Yeah, so I got a 19, 11 damage for the first one.
So I'm
Did it not?
all right. Well, I see 11, but I see a 2-hit as being 11.
A 27.
Yeah, I see that, and then below that, there is the another 2-hit that says 11. So your hit for 27 did 11 points of damage.
Oh no, that didn't. It didn't roll it right. I'm sorry.
It's all good. That's what I'm just trying to confer.
No, the second one was for the advantage because of the fairy fire. I just forgot
Gotcha.
to roll it. So here's the damage of 9.
Gotcha.
And then for the second one, I'll actually make sure it has advantage on it. There you go, 22.
That's a hit.
For 11. And that will help dodge, basically.
Gotcha. Is that your turn?
Yep.
It is still up. Next up is Raven and then the Ice Troll.
2 more shots.
Gotcha.
If you wait. And yeah,
So 18 for the first one, even with advantage. And a 19 for the second one with advantage. So you were able to hit both shots.
yes.
Nice.
9 points. 11 points. Total of 20.
Yes.
It definitely looks like it is hurting. Is there anything else that you can do on your turn?
I'm gonna drink a health potion, providing I have one in my inventory.
You're gonna.
Can I do that with a bonus action?
So yeah, taking a healing potion is a bonus action. Where did you get said healing potion?
No, I'm asking if I have one in my inventory. If I have one. If I don't have my character sheet in front of me.
Okay, so I see 2 places on your character sheet that you have written potion of healing, but quantity next to it says 0.
Ah, okay.
No,
One is
no,
meant
you
to be a
didn't. You weren't
greater.
able to get any more.
Okay. I didn't remember since last week or last time. All right, no, that's all I'll do.
Alright, gotcha. Next up is the Ice Troll. And that means that anybody inside of it, which is for this time it's going to be Vernon and Raven, 11 points of cold damage. So Vernon's going to be reduced to 5, and then Raven's is taking the 11. It is going claw bite on Vernon since he is right up in his face. So first attack with Steely is going to be a disadvantage. So that's going to be a 13, which is going to be a miss. Next claw attack is going to be au natural. It's a 16.
Miss.
And then a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That's going to be...
I would like to use my reaction and cast... Hold on. Wrong person. I have it, though. Shield.
Alright. So you cast shield, and just as the troll's toothy maw is coming down, it bounces off, and viscous blood mixed with saliva slides off of that shield, saving you from that damage.
Nice.
Thank you.
Alright, that's its turn. Gone is next.
All right. I'm coming in with that sword.
Gotcha.
Bam. That is at advantage, correct?
Yes, because of the fairy fire.
Nice.
$19's a hit.
Boom.
And he is down.
Oh, and a 5 on my hunter's mark.
So is that out of combat then?
Yeah, troll's down.
Yeah, I'm basically just running up and taking that thing's head right the fuck off.
Um, what is it? Just firebolt or create bonfire in the middle of it.
So you're gonna use a bonfire to emulate it? Alright.
Yeah.
So just so I'm getting stuff correctly, Gon
I
took
want
its
to get
head,
it.
and then Chauncey's burning it up.
Yeah, we got to bring it outside though, so that way we can burn it and not burn the ship.
Sure, it's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna go check on my chickens, make sure that they are put to sleep for the night. You guys discuss what you'd like to do, and we'll pick it back up. What you do here is through the other side of the door by where you killed the troll. You hear in Draconic, "Is it over? Is she here? Are we safe?" And we'll figure out what we're doing with that here in a little bit.
Yay.
Alright, we're back. So, the ice troll has just died. You've immolated its body. What is everybody looking at doing?
I heard a voice coming from behind that. Yeah, where Chauncey just creeped out of. Right here.
Yeah.
And they asked what was the thing they asked? They asked if it's her. I believe that's what you said.
Yep.
She here. It is I, Vernon Scholes, and this is all in Draconic. It is I, Vernon Scholes, with two Z's, and fellow compatriots that have slewn your I don't your captor, your troll.
You hear
Is that actually gold right there? By chance? Just curious.
Yeah, you look there and there seems to be a large pile of gold, and on top of it, encased in ice, is a crag cat, and then it looks like a birthday cake, different tiers and layers, to include a small, faint, glowing green mass towards the very bottom of the pile. It looks to be very encased in ice.
Somebody's party.
You hear a little
Say that
bit of
again?
you hear a little bit of whispering and murmuring between the voices, and they say, "Is Ardventurus there?"
Crickets.
I am going to say, hang on.
I'm also gonna go check this thing out.
Yes, I'm trained in deception.
He's checking this out. He said he's trained in deception. I don't know if you can hear him.
I'm gonna say it is I. In kind of a feminine voice. As much as I can.
Can you guys hear him?
There is
Yeah.
no need to roll because you sound nothing like her. And they let you know that they are guarding this treasure for their master. And the last person who got in here was killed
Yeah,
very
by us.
violently and bloody, ripped limb from limb. And you'd better leave now or face Ardventurus's wrath.
I would like to do an insight check on that. Is that okay?
What are you insight checking for?
See if that sounds like a straight bullshit or if it actually
So
is
let me
legit.
ask you a question. How long have you known these kobolds?
Oh, it's cobalt. I didn't know it was cobalt. Sorry.
Well, so you could probably insight check, but you have like zero baseline whatsoever to ascertain whether or not they're telling the truth or a lie. So it would have
My
been like
understanding
a
is still pretty
DC
shit.
25 to figure out if they were giving you proper information. But
That's not
they
happening. So
said that our Venturis, they were brought there to guard the hold, and that you need to leave because this is her treasure.
Not anymore.
There is no treasure. Well, we did just take care of your troll problem. So part of this treasure is now ours. Rightfully so. Persuasion?
What
Trying to persuade them that?
what's the persuasion? This is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm confused.
They're saying it's that you're saying it's their gold is for this whatever.
They're
We just
saying
took care of the troll for them that was obviously not theirs because they were frightened and all that. So I'm saying, well, this treasure is all here, but it wouldn't be yours if you died type situation. If you were to have died by the troll and we just took care of the troll, so part of this gold is ours, or this treasure is ours now.
nobody steals from our mistress. She will hunt you down. She will find you. She is the blizzard. She is the storm.
So this is the rhyme of the Frostmaidens, the her ship.
Are you
I
asking?
say over no, not her. I say that over my shoulder in common to them. To you guys.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna kick in this door back here.
Hey, kick in this door.
Okay.
You kick in the door back there, and you are greeted to the loud sounds of a scream, a very effeminate voice, but it's actually a goat.
All right. Hey, well, they're over there talking. I'm gonna. Well, what do you guys want me to do? You want me kicking the fucking door over there or what?
If you will, yeah, by
Okay.
all means.
Gon's gonna do his
Um,
thing.
we should try to intimidate these motherfuckers and get them to like follow us. Like, do you want to end up like this fucking troll, or do you want to follow us?
If you're gonna try to kick that door down that Vernon's in front of, I'm gonna need you to give me an athletics check. It's gonna be a
No.
DC 20.
Yep. And hey, I have the troll's head in my hand, ready just to let you know, just
It's
ahead of time.
blinking at
Oh.
you.
Oh, I'm going to um cast enlarge on Gon.
Well, then you
All
can
right.
definitely make that athletics check at advantage.
There you go, my God. Make Gon big. Make him happy.
The door
That
comes
is a
flying in to include splinters of stuff that was piled in front of it. And as it burst open, a flurry of 4 javelins flies at you. A couple of them hit and bounce off of your armor slash glistening pectoral muscles, as they now duck behind and they're like, "We're so sorry. We didn't mean it. We thought you were the troll. We're so scared right now."
We are
You-
worms.
I'm gonna say, you mean this troll? And I'm just gonna toss the head in there.
It starts mouthing and biting wordlessly at the little kobolds as they are behind those barrels, kind of fleeing for safety.
Oh, we have an. I'm keeping this.
You
Yeah, I fucking cut it
will
off. I'm
follow.
keeping it.
Yeah, no. That's I don't care. I don't care. You keep your head, bro. Keep it. You 4. Do you want to end up like this? You will follow us, and you will help us. We will help you. You will help us. You understand? You're gonna work for us now.
We work for our Venturas.
You work for us now. Do you understand?
Can I try to intimidate him?
You're gonna try to intimidate them?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying to persuade them.
Well, if you want to do a persuasion, give me a persuasion. If you're trying
Good
to
cop, bad
intimidate,
cop.
give me an intimidate.
Probably listen to you more than this guy you chewing his ass, right?
Oh, 11. Damn. Unless there's a way I could buff that. I don't think there's a way I can buff it.
Whatever. They're kobolds.
Yeah, 11.
So
why
far
can
with
I
the
not-
persuasion, they're saying that they fear our
Oh, shit.
Venturas more than they fear you. They were told to stay here and guard this treasure, and it's best if you leave now. She could be here at any moment.
All right.
I just turned
I'm
over my
gonna
shoulder.
cast-
I was like, Tim, I guess they don't want to listen to reason.
I'm gonna
You wanna-
cast mockery on the one that's talking, and then try to intimidate him.
Hold on a second. Can you mute your phone?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was having major problems hearing.
Is that better?
I think we're only
Yes,
getting you
yes,
once
it
now.
is.
I muted myself. You go ahead and unmute yours. Get closer.
All right. So I want to cast vicious mockery on the one that's talking. It's 1d6 psychic damage, and it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. DC 14.
All right, Wisdom saving throw DC 14.
Well, you didn't mute, and we can hear you just fine off of Bowie's mic. Just so
So
you know.
that is definitely a fail. So he takes how much?
Muted.
He takes 2d6. He takes 7.
You see him clutch his head as he doubles over in pain, blood coming from his eyes and his ears as he is caterwauling and wailing and making all sorts of just unpleasant sounds as he is close to death.
Okay, and I have no idea what's being said over here, right?
If you don't speak Draconic, probably not. It seems to be the only language that they're speaking.
I do speak Draconic.
Okay, I'm gonna shrug, collect my head, and go back over here. And while they're all talking, I am going to do a ritual cast of Speak with Animals.
Alright, so that's going to take you 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah, whatever. They can work their shit out.
Alright, so while that's
I don't know what's
going
going on.
what's everybody else doing? The kobolds seem to be scared right
Can
now.
I intimidate them? I can speak Draconic.
We'll give you an intimidation with advantage.
Okay. I have +9. So 27.
Alright, they seem to be amenable to whatever you're asking.
We are far mightier than whoever this stupid bitch is. You work for us now.
Okay.
And at that, I start collecting all the gold and shit.
So the gold is frozen solid inside of large blocks of ice. It's going to take you an hour to chip away at even the first layer. So after an hour of chipping away, you can get what's the treasure in the first section. It looks like there's about 4 sections worth of treasure. Do you want to start on this task?
We have 6 hours to kill before we have to leave. What time is it?
I'm saying it's 8 o'clock at night, or 9 o'clock
Is
at
that-
night on day 18. And then you guys got to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning on day 20.
Oh, we can make it. Let's
How
just
far is
get
the
all
hike
this.
we got to make though?
It's a 6-hour hike.
Oh,
But we
got
can always
plenty of
double time. We can always long strider it, double time it too.
Hey, how much does this shit weigh?
I believe every 50 coins weighs like a pound or something like that. I don't know.
That was
Okay.
100.
So it's not like some ridiculous amount of shit that like we're gonna have to get a second sled for, right?
It
I mean-
depends. I know that Vernon has a bag of holding on him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. Whatever.
So,
Cool. Hey, well, they're doing
We
that.
don't
I'm
have
gonna talk to the
fully
goat.
sell it,
all right.
we
So
just
how are
gotta
you
chip it
guys?
out and put it
How
in
are
the
you
bag
guys
of holding.
extricating the pile of gold? I need to know that first.
What do you mean?
How are you guys chipping away at the gold to get it out? Because it's gonna take an hour to do that. Chip away at it.
Yeah, is there any way we could
What if we have the kobolds
put that
do it for us?
brazier,
You could
heat it up,
possibly you could
have them?
possibly bring the brazier down there and set it up. It might take less time. It
I'm
might
gonna
cut
walk
that
over and
time
hit
in
it with
half.
something heavy.
My great axe.
Yeah, it's gonna take an hour to like chip away at the ice. If you added heat to it, it's gonna take. You can knock a half hour off of that for the ice melting and stuff like that.
That works.
No.
We'll do that.
All right, so the brazier is up and it's slowly melting the stuff away. The kobolds are sitting there.
I have dragon's breath. I don't know if that helps.
That would
We
that
got
would
create
count that
bonfire,
would
too.
count as fire as well. If you wanted
Hey,
to
I'm-
add that to the heat to make it happen, let me know how many breath weapon attacks you're utilizing.
No, we don't want
for
to
it.
melt it.
Also, I mean, like, save your.
Save it. Okay.
I don't know, man. Hey, it's up to you. Hey, I'm gonna interrogate this goat.
All right, so as that stuff's gone, you're next to the goat. Goat sitting there. Bah.
Yeah, hey, goat.
Hey, humanoid.
What's been going on in the ship?
The small dragons are here to guard the treasure. They use me to pack stuff. I'm a pack goat.
Yeah. Have you seen anybody else here? Has anybody come to give them orders or dropped anything off?
They usually hide me when their boss comes because they don't want me to get eaten. But they said that they've been here for like 10 days. They said that they were put here when somebody else stole the treasure.
They did they say where the treasure came from?
Can you describe this murderer to him? And see if this is the guy
yeah.
you're talking about?
Sure. Do you guys have a description?
Chauncey would tell him.
Okay. I'll translate.
I've never
Just,
seen anybody like that. That could be who was here 10 days ago when our Venturis came to check on their hoard and found out that somebody was stealing from them, and then she took these kobolds and put them here. And then there was the ice troll. I ran one way and they ran the other. And then you guys came, and that's where we're at.
How often does what's her name come check on this place?
Every so often. I don't know. It's always dark down here.
Fair enough. Hey, what's in that room behind you?
I don't know. Stuff.
Okay. All right. Last question. Do you want to work for me now, or do you want to be food?
I don't want to work for anybody, but I also don't want to be food.
Yeah, no, I understand. Um,
We'll pay you.
you're you're one of my pets now. All right, and I'm gonna go over here and kick in this door.
You kick in that door. You see a multitude of rum storage, floor to ceiling. But as your eyes are adjusting, you notice that a lot of it is just not there. Like it's been utilized. Like there's nothing left in here. There's some smashed crates. Looks like um, there was a picture on the crates. Might take you a little bit of time to assemble it if you were so inclined.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
give it a shot.
you're putting that stuff together. We'll just hit like the first hour. We'll call this the jigsaw puzzle and then the extrication. So, the first hour, you guys make it through the very first layer. And I will pop this into the chat. There is a total of 72 gold pieces, 181 silver pieces, 352 copper pieces, and 2 pearls, each of them worth 100 gold pieces a piece.
I have one of those pearls.
I need one person to roll me a 1d4.
I got it.
Yeah,
Got a
by
4.
all means, man, take Pearl for sure.
I
All
rolled a
right.
4.
The first hour goes by without any interruptions or anything like that. The second layer, it looks like there are art objects and some gems. It also looks like there's fabric as well. Are you guys taking an hour to do up
Oh,
the
yeah,
second
yeah.
layer?
Yeah, we're probably gonna do the whole thing.
All right, so second layer, one person. Roll me a d4.
I got it this time.
Okay.
Oh, he. Two.
All right. Second layer is good. I'll throw that stuff, not that. Here is the second layer, which has a small art object and gems lie underneath the second layer of ice. They find 9 tattered pieces of indigo fabric lined with gold thread, 25 apiece. 3 pieces of quartz worth 50 gold pieces apiece, and a single aquamarine cracked down the center worth 250 gold pieces apiece. And then there is also a scrimshaw figure of an archer etched with a magical script.
I'm gonna
During this,
I don't know. I'm gonna examine this magical script, see if I recognize anything on it. I like archers.
You know enough to know that it's magic and gives off that feeling of untapped arcane potential.
during the next hour of digging, like I know there's four kobolds as well helping. Are we able to like take 10 minutes and do a ritual of identify?
Yeah. You got the kobolds digging for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, we do.
Okay.
They work for us, so. Uh, so yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
welcome.
because we both could do that. That's one of the reasons why you wanted that, right, Tim?
So you cast Identify on it? Or
Yeah,
you
I was gonna
ritually
cast
cast
it on them.
Identify?
Yes.
It functions like a spell scroll of remove curse, and then you know that it's going to be turned into dust after you guys use it. I'll throw that in the chat. So the third hour, you don't know if the ice is thicker, but it's taken the kobolds longer to get through. They're not able to effectively break through as fast as they were, especially with you guys like inventorying everything and like figuring out where to put it. Go ahead and give me a 1d4 roll, somebody, for this halfway point.
Logan.
All right. So they are about halfway through this third layer as they are getting ready to go into the second one. So the second hour, the third layer will be good. Just whoever wants to give me another d4 roll.
Bowie. Oh, nope. Never mind.
They reach the end of the third layer, and 221 gold pieces. Ooh, come on. $221 good gold pieces, a 1 foot tall marble statue of a griffin with a gold inlay that's 250 gold pieces, a black pearl worth 500 gold pieces, a peridot, I don't even know what that is, carved in the shape of a leaf worth 300 gold pieces, and then a drift globe, which is a magical item, and then a quiver of Alonia, which is another magical item. I will say that you guys were able to take the 10 minutes to ritually identify those as part of it. When you hear, let me
I'm interested in that quiver.
fast forward.
Huh.
It is around midnight when you hear the unmistakable sounds of a walrus in distress as it smacks into the deck. It started out high. Boom. It hits the deck with a sickening thud. It starts to make anguished sounds as it is writhing around in pain. Then the next thing everybody feels is the whole entire boat shifts underneath a massive weight as the whole thing comes to settle from the front. Everybody's looking around. The kobolds start to smile. She's here. Our mistress has come to save us. As they start running back into that room. What are you guys doing?
Probably kissing our asses goodbye, but yeah,
That means that's a dragon that just landed on here.
yep, a big one. I don't have any healing potions, guys. Just saying.
The animated halberd's probably gone
Would
at
that
this point.
Would that have been a short rest at all during that?
You guys were casting Identify and digging the stuff out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I was just.
I will say that Thame is down here as well.
Yeah, I probably went down during the excavation process.
And then who speaks Draconic?
Like
Them does.
3 of them?
Yeah, everybody but Chauncey and Them.
No,
You
Them does.
hear up on top of the deck as everything's moving around in Draconic.
Oh, I mean,
I smell new blood. smell interlopers. Who dares pilfer from my hoard? And that's where we'll pick it up next
Sweet.
week or next time. So since next week we've got Jay out as well as
I'm gonna lie my ass off. That's
as
what-
well
Ford.
as Ford.
Tom?
Do we want to put a pause on next week and then pick up the week after that?
Next week we could do his Star Wars game that he wants to play.
I'm gonna be gone, man.
Oh.
I'm going on tour with Sean or Shallow Side.